Hi, hey, we're gonna do a story time. I'm gonna tell you guys a little story about. I have notes right here, so I'm definitely gonna check on them because I get a little distracted, lose my train of thought a lot. We're gonna talk about the day an angel saved my life, but not a life or death, situation that you would normally think of. So, in August, this past August, so August of 2024, I started exposing my family and all these friends and, everybody involved in the crimes against me, whatever. The gang stalking. Well, they are surveillancing me in my car, in my home, GPS tracking me, all that jazz. So they know where I'm at, what I'm doing. They're watching me right now as I'm literally making this video. And I can't remove the cameras because I'm not exactly sure where they're at. But fast forward. So I started exposing them. But this one day, decided I'm going to go to the park. And, because I just don't want to have to be watched doing this video. So I go to the park. And I get there. Not many people's there. Well, let's see. Yes, like an old man was up on the top of the hill. And he had like three little dogs. He was always at that park. Okay, he went back in the trails. Nobody else is really there. His car was parked by my car. So I get my little setup on the picnic table. I got my cards out, and I'm sitting down, and I'm got the iPad set up. I'm about to start taking the video, and then in the parking lot, I'm at the park, right? In the parking lot, which is just a little bit away, you got to walk. A little bit, like, so. I'm sitting at this picnic table, and I can see at a distance, right? This black, I think it was a Camaro, real nice, all blacked out. The wheels were super clean. I noticed that shit. I'm in the cars. So I'm like, this is weird. You don't really see that you just don't. I know I'm at the park with my dog all the time. So I was like, nice car, right? And I'm checking them out. And I'm also paranoid because I know that they don't want me making these videos, and I know that they know I'm at the park and they don't want me there doing that, right? So the car sits there for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. And, I'm kind of watching them, but I'm not trying to be like stalkers weird. I mean, what if they are there at the park to be at the park, right? So then two guys get out, and that's fine. So one he's got a shaved head, shorter guy, dressed in gym shorts and a loose t-shirt, right? The second guy is this huge guy, big dude, not buff, but a big built guy, right? He's got a hat on, sunglasses. It's like he's the incognito version of the other guy, but like twice the size, like the bodyguard. And like it was that much difference of a size, difference of them two. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because there's a bunch of trails in the back of this park. So up at the front of the park, you park your car, you walk a little bit, there's some picnic tables, walk a little bit more up the hill, and you can park over there and see this little bitty old historic house kind of thing. A lot of people bring their dogs there, and they just walk them through the trails and stuff. It's fantastic. It's fun. Me and my son about got lost in the shit one time. It was terrifying. We'll do another story time. But so these guys start walking towards me. I'm like, what? I notice stuff like that. I'm like, wow, one's dressed for the trails, like to be jogging, and then one is not dressed to be here. What are they doing, right? And I'm paranoid, so I'm watching, and then they kind of are coming up. They're going to be walking past me, and so I'm like, whoop, I don't want to be like staring at them and be like, and somebody be like, boo, but I like look away a little bit, and Spirit's like, you need to be watching them. I was like, oh shit, okay. So I look back to the right, and so I look away to not be odd. Then they like are walking past me, so they don't see me look back at them. So as far as they know, I'm looking over here to the woods, like I'm minding my own business, right? Well, I wasn't. I was looking at those two guys. And the bigger guy was on the side closer to me when they were walking up this gravel, the road that you drive up to go get in the trails. And the bigger guys, he's real stiff. He seems uncomfortable. He don't look like he's going to be warming up to be on any kind of trail. The other guy, the guy that's got the shaved head, the smaller guy, kind of buff, right? He looks like he's the mob boss, right, of the two. And I'm like, that's weird. They're not, but okay, maybe shorter guys helping bigger guy. I don't know, And then I was like, yeah, I'm making excuses. Spirit's like, keep watching them. I'm like, okay, damn. So I'm watching them, and then the shorter guy, the one that looks like he's dressed for the trails or to jog or to be at the park in general. The other guy was not. He was just in like some clothes he could just change real quick, get the mess off of him, whatever that mess could be. They were hoping it would be me. So they go up the hill a little bit, and I'm looking back, and I see the shorter guy is doing something, lifting his hands over his head or something. I'm not sure what he was doing, but I seen at his waistband he had a big ass gun. I don't know what kind. It was big. It was bigger than what I wanted to see. And I was like, oh shit. And my spirit guy was like, yep, time to go. I was like, no problem. So as far as the two guys know, they're just a couple feet past me now. They don't know I done seen their side piece, right? They don't know I seen that, right? And they're very, very uncomfortable. I forgot to say this part. Because I'm so paranoid, right? I'm looking around, and there's this person that is all of a sudden, like they weren't there when I got there. Okay, so it's like almost at the same timing as the guys pull up. So out of nowhere, there's this guy on the hill, just a little bit yonder over here. I'm at the picnic table, remember, over here? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't never get no privacy. I don't want, like, what if that guy's spying on me too, right? Because I'm paranoid. I have to, like, look out. And he sits down, and he's skinnier, tall guy. I couldn't see his face. I'm so paranoid. I get my iPad out. I'm like trying to look over there. I'm trying to see, let me zoom in, try to get a little, and I get a little video. I'm like, do this right. And this is why the people in the car were parking. They're getting out of the car. And I'm like looking, I'm like, oh, that guy's not a threat. He looks like pretty nice, peaceful, right? So I like ignore that. So then back to where they're walking past me, and I see the gun, the what. And as soon as they get up the hill, Spirit was like, pack. And I was like, okay. So I start loading up my stuff, like calm, where I don't want to make a bunch of noise. And then they kind of stop at the top of the hill, and I'm like looking back a little bit, kind of like trying to not turn my head back, which I don't know. I didn't want to trigger them, right? So they're kind of looking at the guy on the hill like, who's this, right? Like, you're putting a wrench in our plans. And I'm watching them like, you can just feel it, right? This guy's on the hill. He's just minding his own business. He's reading his book. He is laying on his back with his legs crossed. He genuinely, no judgment, looks like a good old Christian, literally reading his Bible on the hill in the park on a Sunday. Most peaceful person you can imagine, right? You know what I'm saying? You just, right. And the guys kind of like look at him. They just start talking amongst each other, and they just go walk back up to the trails. And Spirit was like, now let's go. And I was like, okay, ready. Because I had already had the stuff packed up ready. Because, she's like, let's go. And I was like, okay. And then, she's like, look, watch them. And I'm watching them. And like, I see the whole, them watching the angel guy. Come to find out, the guy was an angel. Because those scary guys get to the top of the hill. And then I go get in my car. I look at the hill, like within 5 minutes, I'm able to see the guy on the hill if he was to get up at any moment, no matter what he did. I just seen him peripheral. I get in my car, and I look at the guy on the hill, and I'm like, and he wasn't there. He just was not there. So I feel like he was an angel that was put there, because if he was not there, those two guys would have walked immediately up to me and been like, come with us, sis. And I would have had to get up, because he would have been like, pow, check it out. And I'd have been like, nope, you're going to have to get me. I'm running. You're going to get me anyway, so I might as well run. So, all right, I got that one in under 10 minutes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Maybe to help you guys, I don't know, at the park. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.